So I have to admit, I love Peter's letters. They're straightforward, they're blunt, there's no wiggle, well, there's some wiggle room, but there's like, right, he's just like, boom, here it is. And I love that. I like straightforward stuff, as you can tell from most of my homilies, right? So, I really enjoyed, though, the last line of today's second reading. And I think it tells so much about who we are, but also what we're supposed to do, right? And so, who we are, right? It goes through, and I don't actually have it memorized, so. You are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people of his own, so that you may announce the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Chosen race, chosen. There was no mistake. God chose you. Here's the interesting thing. He didn't choose us. I mean, he did, but here's the thing. He chose you individually, chose you, went forth to save you. He didn't come to choose humanity. He came to choose you. He has a plan for you individually. Not a plan for humanity, a plan for each of you. There's no mistake. You weren't lumped in with everybody else. He chose you. And that's the first thing that comes out. You are a chosen race, a chosen people. The next one, right? Royal. Congratulations for all the girls out there who have ever wanted to be princesses. You are, right? You are a royal race. Right? We are a royal thing. We are not because of our own stuff, but because of the adoption that God has given to us. We are not from our own merits, not from our own nature, but we are second only to God. We are above the angels. Again, not because of anything that we have done, but because of what God has given to us. Imagine that we are, through adoption into Christ, second to God. Wow. Right? There's that. A priesthood, right? The priesthood of the laity, the priesthood there, right? We are all called to be priests, to pray, to offer sacrifices, all of that stuff. And we are called to be holy, right? A holy nation. Set apart, different. That's who we are. But with that comes responsibilities, right? And what we are to do. Being a priest means that I am supposed to pray. I am supposed to offer sacrifices. I am supposed to intercede. A priest is someone who intercedes for someone else to God. Through prayer, sacrifice, offerings, all of those things. And that's something that we are all called to do. In our baptism, we are all baptized into this royal priesthood. Congratulations, you are all priests. No, you are not the sacramental priesthood, not that, but you are definitely priests because of baptism. And as such, we have that responsibility to kind of be that door to the rest of the world, to all those others that we meet. We are supposed to be showing them God and bringing them to God and bringing their desires, their wants, their hurts, their prayers to God. We are all priests. Being holy means that we are actually supposed to be different than everybody else, different than the world. We are to be set apart, right? It doesn't mean that we isolate ourselves, and no offense to the Amish, it doesn't mean that we become like Amish and we form our own little communities and that's it. What it means is that we are supposed to be a light to the world, set apart, yes, but also within. so that we are bringing that light to the world. So we are bringing that holiness to the world, that grace of God. Why? And the last line says why. So that we may announce the praises of him who called us out of darkness into his wonderful light. The goal of all of this stuff for us is not just so that we may go to heaven and be with God for all eternity. It's so that everyone may realize that they are chosen as well, that God wants them to be a royal priest as well, that God wants them to also be part of his holy people, that God wants them to also join him in his work of salvation, to go and to announce the good news to the world. And so today I encourage us, may we both be in awe of who we are, but also be willing to accept the responsibilities to live what we are to the world.